Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 14 of the Mind and Mad podcast. Neima is already hyped up as usual. I am Ian.
Morning.
Nima's right here. What's up, man? Actually, good morning, everyone. This is
Yeah,
we're
good
actually, we
morning.
usually record this at night, but we're recording in the morning because Nima had to do something later, and I did as well. So actually, it kind of worked out. And I was like, you know what? Let's just do it in the morning while we're all fresh. Because usually, like, I do it after my streams, and I'm sometimes a bit tired. So actually, I'm kind of like doing it right now. I just had my cup of coffee, just had some eggs and
I
bacon.
know,
Yeah.
it's
Um,
nice, dude. I kind of was thinking about it because I called Ian last night and I'm like, I may have to do something Tuesday night because we usually record that night. And I said, we might as well just try the morning because I know Ian usually will start his stream around 1 our time or something.
yeah.
I'm like, well, shoot, we have the morning and I'm pretty flexible in my mornings. And I figured that you would be somewhat flexible. So hey, we might try in the mornings and see what happens because the main thing we wanted to record a day before we release these episodes. So
Yeah.
it's not like we have this latency of what we're talking about and it's like Obi-Wan happened a month ago, Neema. And so, so this is like the same difference. So we're just gonna try it out. But I think like from an energy standpoint, I was thinking about that too yesterday. I realized I was like, damn, Ian really goes. He does his whole stream and then pretty much takes a little bit of time, and then he's like, "Hey, let's do the podcast at night." Like,
Yeah.
wow, that can be exhausting, dude.
Yeah, and it's like usually I'll start like 1:30 as you said, and then I'll probably take like a 30-minute break and then we'll go for like an hour, hour and a half. So it's like, 7 hours of just kind of nonstop. So it's pretty tiring, but yeah, I like the mornings a lot. I think mornings are great. It's also nice and light in the background as well. We don't have to worry about lighting or anything. It just kind of does
Yeah, no,
itself, which is
literally.
great. But like again, I wake up now like at 7:30 in the morning or so.
Yeah.
So like, and I get all my stuff ready. I had breakfast. I had eggs and bacon today, which are two of my three favorite things. I know Nima hates eggs. Nima,
Yeah, guys,
Nima, what do you actually eat for breakfast? I don't think I've ever had. I think I've had
it's
breakfast like
like I just
once or
eat like
twice.
cereal or I'll have like fruit or maybe yogurt or like yeah, I mean pretty much I will essentially eat anything but eggs.
Yeah,
If it's eggs, I will not eat it. I mean, I've had eggs. Let me put it like this. I've had eggs before and they just have not wowed me. And Arya's like my brother, he's like, "Oh, well, I need to make you some eggs because you didn't have good eggs." And I'm like, "I've had eggs multiple times, and it's not like it's bad. It's just it doesn't do anything for me. It's not like wow, like it's so good. I need to go back for some more eggs. It kind of tastes like nothing to me.
you don't like the smell either. If I
Yeah, I
remember.
don't like the smell. It like
Yeah.
kind of tastes rubbery. So I was like, why would I want to eat it?
Well, have you
So
so you've had scrambled eggs, I guess, and other.
scrambled eggs.
Have you ever had
I've
fried?
I don't think I've had fried eggs.
Fried. So fried eggs. I think I'm actually in a fried egg like wave right now. I haven't had scrambled eggs
Oh,
in
okay.
weeks, but I just have fried eggs because I mean, there's only one real way to cook scrambled eggs. If you undercook scrambled eggs, and it's just a pool of egg, then it's like
Yeah, it's
what's the
nasty.
point? Yeah, exactly. So then, but you can only cook them
Yeah.
like you can only cook eggs like scrambled eggs one way. But for fried eggs, you can do it either like over easy, where just like the yolk kind of comes out, or over hard, where it's like kind of a just
Yeah.
like the yolk like doesn't it's just already cooked through. So for me, I like the over easy because then it kind of cooks a little bit more because it's just so hot, obviously.
Yeah.
That's to me, that's the best one. I feel like if you were gonna retry eggs, you'd probably do an over easy Friday. But if you do, it's fine. Yeah, for me, usually I don't have.
I might try the over easy fried egg and see how it
Hmm.
tastes.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, you make a good point. If I were at a buffet and it's like, all right, Nemo, what are you gonna get? I honestly want to try an omelet. I haven't tried an omelet,
yeah,
and I feel like omelets look pretty good.
yeah.
You put stuff in there and things like that. But if I'm at a buffet, I'm staying in a hotel, right? I'm like, okay, like what do I get? I would literally get anything but eggs. Like I'll go get bacon, sausage, yogurt, get me some muffins. I'll hey, do you have any waffles back there? Got any pancakes? All right, boom, throw that on the mixer. So like I'll go for it all. And that's pretty much how I start my days. But I try to like get fruit in me in the mornings,
Hmm.
whether it be a banana or like strawberries or something, because
Yeah, I have bananas. Strawberry banana smoothie is something I'll usually have.
it just
Those
kind
are
of like
really good.
cleans, like it kind of cleans your insides, like it literally you're just drinking that like it's good sugar.
Yeah.
I'd say like you instead of having a bag of Skittles, if you just have a dude, did you know this is such a side note, but did you know that these candies like Skittles, Starburst, etc. They literally change your DNA.
What? Wait, what?
Yes, dude. Look, I'm about to look this up, guys. I'm not even kidding right now. My brother was like telling me about this, and I'm like,
So I used to
really?
eat. I've never had Skittles before. I used to eat Starburst like a little bit back in the day. I don't think I've had a
You
Starburst in
never
like
had Skittles?
no, I haven't. But thank God, because it would have changed my
Oh
DNA or
my
something. What if I had turned
god.
like blue or something and more round?
You're
After a while.
lying, dude.
Yeah,
But Skittles are so good.
I've never had Skittles. I've never been much of a candy person. I just for me it was Starburst and like Kit Kats and like Hershey's, the little Hershey's Kisses things.
Titanium dioxide is an additive at the center of the Skittles that is a type of buildup that could alter the DNA.
Okay, well I guess we have DNA old. I feel like that's illegal. Like,
Oh, they're in a lawsuit. I think they're in a lawsuit.
yeah.
Damn, Skittles,
But
you.
for breakfast for me, if I have breakfast, I'll have usually what you just said, but including eggs in there. I love bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches. Those are amazing. Pancakes are great. I usually like
Yeah,
lattes as well. Like if I'm having like a full like unhealthy breakfast, it's a couple pancakes, a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant, and a
yeah, dude.
latte. So I'll just go all out. But yeah, I think breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Chicken and waffles on one of
Yes.
those special days. Oh
Chicken and
man,
waffles went hard, dude.
chicken and waffles will go very
Oh, you
hard.
remind me of this one place when I go to Louisville. It's called Joel's Chicken. They do the best chicken and waffles I've ever had. Like,
Really?
it's like if it was in Houston, I weigh 5,000 pounds. Like,
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
it's
I'm like a chicken tender connoisseur, dude. So I will find the best chicken tender. There's a place in Austin, dude, that they have like pretty fire chicken tenders.
Mhm.
I have to find it. But Mia's, go to Mia's over here.
Yeah,
And
yeah. You're talking about
Mia's
it.
has some pretty fire chicken tenders, dude. I
Yeah,
had some the other day and I just literally could not stop eating it.
yeah. I've never been there, but your brother and you were telling me about it. So if I ever want to make the trek back
It's,
to your part of town.
yeah, if you were my side, but there's one on your town in
Oh,
Kirby.
there is. Oh, okay. Okay, I
This
might check that out then. Chicken.
Mia's is literally on Kirby. It's like
Oh, it's probably like
ooh,
5-10 minutes away from me then.
yeah, it's like if you literally go hop on Kirby, you'll go get there.
All right, well there you
Like,
go. Well, yeah, if you guys want to tell us your favorite breakfast food as well, definitely put it in the comments or you can DM me on Discord or whatnot.
yeah,
But to
like,
get into the main topics of today's podcast, the first one we're going to start off is my new job. So I talked about it a bit on stream yesterday, and I'm going to talk a bit more on stream today, Tuesday, August the 9th, 2022. That I officially accepted a job at Rice University.
nice.
And yeah, dude. And I just funny. I was telling we was gonna start like 10:15, but we had to delay a bit because I was talking with the my boss Nathan, and I'm actually starting tomorrow. So yeah, dude, I'll start starting tomorrow. I'm gonna be in Rice University athletics department. I'll be doing ticket ops. So basically, everyone asks me like what I do, and I do a lot of ticketing stuff. So basically, like you go to an event, you got a ticket, right? How you got that ticket is basically where I come in and how effective it is and how easy it is for you to get inside the stadium, basically. So I'll be doing a lot of computer stuff, like because it's like pretty much Neima, like it's all mobile ticketing now. Everything's
Yeah,
mobile
yeah, of course.
now. So like we're trying to go full mobile at Rice, and that's something they really communicated with me. And I work with computers a lot, like on here. Obviously, I do a lot of computer stuff. Obviously, I'm not like some IT expert. I'd say you're more of an IT expert than I am, but like using the actual systems is something that I'm really good at.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a great job for me, and I'm really gonna enjoy it. But obviously, like I think we taught it the bit last week, or it was the week before with the job hunting. I can't remember when we did that. I think it was the week prior. Where my schedule is going to change. Like, if you know anything about sports, sports is not just your simple 9 to 5. You go in the morning, you leave in the afternoon. Sports happen during the night. Like you watch basketball, watch baseball, football on occasion. any sport, volleyball, there's a lot of nights, a lot of weekends, and a lot of other events and stuff. So, my stream schedule is gonna change. And like someone was asking me like, oh, like how are you gonna balance that? And I'm like, I have no fucking clue. Like what the hell are you talking about? Like I'm probably
What
gonna
are
be
your hours? Like, so what are you, will you be working like the night games and stuff?
yeah. So the at Rice we ticket volleyball, men's and women's basketball, soccer and football. That's
So do you
five.
only have to do work essentially when there's a game?
No, so I'll work during the day as well to like get prepared for the games essentially.
You got it, got
So
it, got
like,
it,
cause
got it.
like I'm sure like I'll have to build manifests for season tickets and build out a lot of other ticketing stuff
Yeah,
essentially, and making sure this scanners are working and whatnot, and we have sales reps as well where people want to buy a ticket during the game. They just I have to like help them out to train them and everything. And then there's obviously a lot of money going through, so I have to like, manage the money coming in and out. That kind of stuff. I can get into the massive details on how the Arctics works with
yeah. But
Ticketmaster, but
I think you'll be able to juggle both,
mm-hmm,
doing the streaming and stuff. It's just at least, well, let me put it like this. You're gonna be probably streaming and doing what you're usually doing in not consistent times at
right,
first.
yeah,
Because I mean, one day you could have a big game and you can't stream for that much. You can't stream at the night. But then one day maybe, you got all morning and then it's like, shoot, okay, maybe I gotta go at night.
mm-hmm,
So I think you'll figure it out, but at this point, right, you have a good following and then the people that are part of this journey are all good people and
mm-hmm,
they understand,
yeah. I
they
mean,
understand
yeah,
that things change, but it's I think you're gonna keep up with. I mean, you're gonna keep up with your streams and things like that. So
yeah.
it's a good. I think it's a good change.
Yeah, I just won't be like, there's no way I can stream 25, 30 hours a week now. It's just not possible. Because like what I want to try to do every week is to stream at least 20 hours a week, but like that's gonna be very difficult because that's like 3.5 hours or somewhere around 3.5 hours a day on average over the 7 days. Or no, that's like two actually. I'm bad at math. Whatever.
When would you throw in the streaming?
Yeah, that so like I haven't really decided that yet because I think like what I want to do now is I usually take Sundays off. I might waive that and stream or try to stream at least on Saturdays and Sundays, depending if we have a football game or not, or any other game basically. So we don't have anything. If it's just a normal work week and I have Saturday and Sunday off, just like every other work in the world or most of them, then I'll be streaming on those days. But during the week, it's gonna be like streams will start probably like 6 p.m. my time, which is of course for my EU viewers a complete killer, obviously, because that's like midnight to 1 a.m. and like um that's gonna really suck. But again, like there's nothing I can really do about that. And like the thing about it is like I wanted this job as well, and
Yeah.
like I love Twitch, and as you said, my following has never been bigger. I'm finally average 100 viewers for the month, and like that's pretty incredible. But at the same time, like I just like any other person in the world, I need money, and I love sports as well, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for the last since I've gotten to college, basically, so about 10 years, maybe 9, 10 years. So I always wanted to try to make it on Twitch, and I feel like I've we talk about measuring success. I feel like I've been very successful on Twitch, in terms of building a community and getting people to watch me and having a good time. But um, at the end of the day, I still need money, and like Twitch, I've had a good amount of income from Twitch. There's no doubt about that, but it's not enough to support myself or
Yeah.
make rent or whatnot. So like I need a job, and I was thankful enough to get this one because the person who previously had the job, she told me that she was switching jobs, like switching positions at Rice. So then this one opened up for me, and I already know a lot of people there. So I'm not going in. I'm also not going into a unknown environment. Basically, like I've
Yeah.
worked there before, so like I'll be able to pick up on a lot of things really quickly. But yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people will be upset about that for sure. Um, yeah, but
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
like you
but
said,
like
man.
I think it's up more of not like upset at me, just kind of like upset that like I won't be streaming at the same times and they'll probably miss me on the week. But like I can assure you, I'm not going anywhere. Like it's gonna be more difficult. Yeah, I might only stream 3 to 4 times a week now. Hopefully, if I get lucky, five.
Yep.
But like, I still want to do the podcast. I still want to stream, and I still want to, talk to you guys and whatnot. So like, I'm not going anywhere. It's just gonna be a bit different, and it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
I'm living in
100%.
my parents' house right now, but I don't want to live here forever. So,
Yeah,
um,
100%. And that's like you said it best, you know. I mean, again, you're not leaving Twitch. It's just more of there is a certain point where when you get to our age, it's
yeah,
like, hey, like I need to grease my pockets up a little bit. I
yeah,
got to be able to have the liberty to do what I need to do,
mm-hmm,
right? Because you've gotten paid through Twitch, but it's nothing near to sustain living for yourself,
yeah,
just in all aspects. This is somewhat of like a tangent, but like if you really think about guys in general, cost of living, just
yeah,
everything, it's ridiculous. Like on top of taxes, you're paying like the cost of living. Think about how much you have to pay for food, rent, things like that. That goes out the window. Then on
mm-hmm,
top of that, you're paying, other things. You may have emergencies where you need to be able to take cash and do things like that. So really, you're needing a decent amount of money to just live by yourself. Because like in Houston, for example, because I'm assuming maybe you want to stay in Houston, but I'm just going to put it as well.
I want to stay in Houston. That's my
Yeah.
preference. Yeah,
So staying in Houston, a one person, you'll probably pay $2,000 a month for an apartment. So, and that's kind of like average, and that's okay. But I mean, it's somewhat pricey. I mean, you're taking $2,000 from your paycheck to a month to pay for rent, and that's not even including like all the stuff you need to put in there, all the food you have to get weekly. Like, I mean, there's so much stuff going on. So they will understand. I think they will. Guys. I think it is kind of tough for the whole thing changing of because you've literally consistently 1 to 6 essentially just been able to go through the weeks,
yeah,
but that's gotta change, and it's it's not really like you're like, "Hey, like, I don't wanna do this for 5 hours a day anymore." It's more like, "Hey, like, I gotta do other responsibilities."
yeah.
Um, but no, I don't see you going anywhere either. This podcast, at least, nice thing about this podcast too is like we can take time on a Tuesday or like Tuesday night. So like if you're working and doing things like that, we can move things around for whatever works.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think it's a good thing to have, bro. It's a good thing that what's going on. It's an exciting journey. It is the next step for you. You're gonna start, having a job, and
Mm-hmm.
you can do your Twitch. You get a little bit more freedom for yourself, man.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited for you, man.
Yeah,
Really.
thanks, dude. Yeah, and like, and I just want to be clear, like, this isn't some like, oh, like you guys didn't give me enough money on Twitch, therefore I'm getting a job.
Yeah. No. No. No.
It's not what it is. Like that's like never like it's always something that I wanted to do is Twitch full time, but it's not. It's something where only like I think it's like 10,000 people only make a livable income on Twitch. I think that's actually maybe less, but it's somewhere. It's a very and like
Low.
it's like a 0.01% basically that do that. So it's it's something that I would of course love to do, but it's something that's essentially almost impossible to do. But
Right.
I mean, the amount of money that I made on Twitch, I'm of course so thankful for you guys supporting me, and yeah, that money has been amazing. But that's not
Yeah.
obviously what I do it for. I do it for other reasons as well, just because if I only did it for the money, I would have quitted a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would have
A
quit.
long time ago.
I would have probably streamed for like 5 or 6 months and just been like, I think I'm done with Twitch. But no, but yeah, I'm really excited for the new job, man. I'm also gonna get my own place as well. Me and my one of my friends, Kyle, Neima, we're probably gonna move in together. Since one of my other friends is going to New York, I'll try to slip in there and take that
Oh
place.
shit, Kyle.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So I'll probably be living with him. Oh, he and I've already talked about it a bit. So if I'm gonna live somewhere, it's gonna be with him, and we're deciding on what we want to do and whatnot. But we'll probably talk more this week about that. Um,
Yeah. No, that's really cool, dude.
yeah, it's
I mean,
awesome.
this is a pretty good segue to go into like your anniversary on
Yeah.
Twitch. Because right, okay, so even though there's some change going on, it's been 4 years since you've been on the Twitch, man,
Hmm.
and I think that's a really cool feat. I mean, 4 years. Whenever you said 4 years the other day, I was like, "What? It's already been 4 years."
Yeah.
I remember it was when it was like 2 months. Now we're
Yeah.
sitting at 4 years, and I mean, you have a good following. A lot of people come out to watch you live. I mean, it's awesome, and I think like first of all, congratulations on 4 years, my
Thank you.
friend.
Thank you, sir.
It's been an awesome journey you've been on, dude, and this is just another step that's going to be adding on to this journey. And like you said, man, it has nothing really to do. I mean, yes, it partly does with the money for the job wise, but for the Twitch thing, it has nothing to do with the money at all.
Yeah.
Like it's like trying to get to the league. You
Hmm.
know, I wouldn't have played basketball if I didn't love the sport, right?
Right.
I wouldn't have done it if I didn't love it. I would have gave up. If I was trying to make money off basketball, I'd be like, hey, get the hell out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna make any. So for you, man, it's just like this is a cool opportunity for you, and why I'm kind of excited for you is this is what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
This is a good way for you to get into Rice and do this type of work and keep going, and it's a good not even a starting point. It's just like a good place to continue on of what you want to do
Yeah.
because you wanted to do sports, man, and that's one of your dreams alongside of gaming.
Hmm.
So it's like, why can't you have the best of both worlds at this
Yeah.
point?
Yeah. Exactly.
And there will be some sacrifices you'll have to make, right? You know, sometimes you'll be very tired at the end of the day, and your people are expecting a stream, and you'll probably suck it up and just say, "All right, I'll crank a couple hours." But that's what it takes. I mean, that's what it takes, and you're on a good path. These are good problems to have.
Yeah. They definitely are.
Very good problems to have. Say, oh, well, how am I going to do two of the things I love to do and manage the time to do it? And
Hmm.
I mean, it's just like you can't really complain. And I'm not saying you are. I'm saying you're taking it head first and you're excited for the journey. And that's why I'm like, whatever happens, man. Like at the end of the day, you're on the right track.
Yeah. No, I definitely think I am. And but yeah, talk about
4 years,
the four
man.
years on Twitch, man. Yeah. Honestly, I can remember the day that I started because there's some events in your life where it's just ingrained in your brain. Like we were talking about last week, how like when we saw when Kobe died, like you know exactly when you where
Yeah,
you were at the time. There's things like you'll forget over time. There's some things that you don't
just
forget.
don't
You don't
forget.
forget. I was so we were both sophomores in college. I was we were both at OU. I was in my own room at this place called it was like, do you remember where Dunham was at
Yeah, well,
OU? Yeah, so I was living there. It was okay. It didn't have its own kitchen, but it was I.
it was
Um,
that.
yeah, and then one of my friends, we were both in a PlayStation party playing Fortnite as every kid was back in 2017 or 2018. Um,
Oh my
and
god, I
yeah,
remember
yeah, and like I was on a party and like he had this little camera thing. I'm like, oh, like what's this little camera thing? He's like, oh, I'm streaming on Twitch. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And so like he would stream for what it was Tyler, by the way.
that.
It
Oh,
Yeah, it was Tyler. He and I used to play Fortnite all the time together. It was insane. But and then like he's like, oh, I just do it just because fuck it, I don't know. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then like I started like I had a Twitch account before, but I never really like did that much with it.
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
maybe watch something like once every couple months potentially. But once he started doing that, then I started watching more Twitch just overall. And then I was like, why don't I stream? Like it can't hurt anything. It doesn't hurt. I might as well just do it. So, PlayStation has its own little stream feature where if you like, I forgot what the setting was, but you can like sign in on your Twitch and you can tell whether to go live or not through the PlayStation. And my God, like, everyone asks me like, oh, how do you make a good stream set? I'm like, oh, I can have my own computer and everything to stream it through. But if you don't have that, do the PlayStation. I'm gonna say the PlayStation streaming live streaming thing is not very good at all. It's actually kind of shit. But for like, if you want to spend $0 on a setup, it's not. It's actually pretty good if you're considering that it's basically a free feature of a five hundred
Yeah.
dollar console. But you get what I mean. But yeah, it was pretty cool. So like, there's no way to read chat on a computer or anything. So basically, what I did was I had my phone as my as my chat. So I'd have like the screen in front of me watching the game. Then I have my console below it. I had this like little cage like stand up thing where I put my TV on. and I had my controller, and then I had my phone just sitting on the table.
God.
Actually, it was on the table. It was on my fridge. My whole setup
Oh,
was on my fridge. Now I actually remember that now. It was my fridge, and then I had my phone like kind of propped up a bit, and then if someone was in chat, then I'd read it like that. And I'm gonna be honest, that was it was pretty cool because I was looking my official 4-year anniversary is on Sunday, but I was in my car coming back from Dallas from my see my sister, and I was on my phone and I was like trying to see some stats just because I always think it's funny just to kind of go back and look at the stats from back then, and I was like, wow, I actually streamed like 7 hours that first stream or something, and I'm like, what the fuck did I like? Did I just play Fortnite the entire time, or did I just like forget to like turn it off or something? A
oh
part
my
of it,
God.
yeah, I feel like a part of it, like I think it happened a couple of times when I started streaming. I just forget to turn off the stream, so I would just like have my. I usually just kept my PlayStation on. I don't know why I did this. I usually just kept it on. It was so bad. I don't do that, guys. It's so bad for the console. Don't keep it on just to keep
Yeah,
it on.
don't leave that console
Yeah,
running all day.
if you're gonna be at least be playing it if you're gonna be playing it 10 hours a day. But if you're just keeping it on, don't do that. And so I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
I forgot to turn off the stream. Oh, my bad. So like I like
Yeah.
it was just kind of
Ooh,
funny, like because I'm like, there's no way I streamed like 7 hours the first day.
no way.
But yeah, it was just funny and like, you know, you see all the achievements on Twitch at the bottom. It's like and one of them is like it's happening or something like that, like Michael
Oh
Scott,
my God.
Michael Scott
Yeah.
esque basically. And it's like it was 8/7/18. You know, start your first stream on Twitch, and then I got like 3 more achievements that day. It's like stream 4 hours, you know, stream 5 or something else like that. And then I was like looking back, like when did I like I was like looking at follower goals and everything. There's like reach 2 followers, and it took me 9 days to get 2 followers on Twitch. Not 9 days. Usually takes me now like 9 minutes probably, depending on the day. But it's just funny like looking back on that, and it's just like wow, like I just kind of kept streaming and having fun with it, and like it started off as a hobby, and you know honestly like not really a hobby, just more of a thing I
Yeah.
did while I just happened to be playing with my
Exactly.
friends, and like
Exactly.
it was so much fun, and then like I kept doing it for a long time. I kept going back. I'm like, my God, I did stream a lot, didn't I? And then what else did I do? I kept playing. I played Fortnite for I think the first like 4 or 5 months of my Twitch career, and then I played that new Spider-Man game that came out.
Oh,
Yeah, that first Spider-Man game
I
was.
cleaned house on that
Oh
game.
my God, that game
I
was
cleaned house on that game,
that game
100%.
was so good. Yeah, I 100% that game as well. But that's what next game I played, and that was a lot of fun. That was when I switched to Callaway. I think we were in
Right.
Callaway House when we were there. So then I had basically the same setup except
With
the
some stupid good Wi-Fi.
yeah, oh my God, the Wi-Fi was incredible there. Jesus Christ. But I still had the same setup. I had like I don't think it was a fridge, but it was like a little stand,
Yeah.
and you know basically the same setup, but I didn't have in dumb, just not a fridge for my stand.
And it's upgrading.
And then still had the phone. Yeah, no, I still had the phone. I think I usually use my computer, but then I realized like the computer was so big, I'd have to like turn around to look at chat and go this way. Like I'm just gonna use the phone. It's so much easier.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking to myself like, you know what? I'm really enjoying this. I don't think I think I was probably averaging like 1 viewer at the time or whatever. I was like, I'm really enjoying this, and maybe like, and I want a gaming computer to have like a cooler, more cool setup. So then I bought a laptop that I have. I know it's in the other room. It was an Alienware laptop. It's this laptop. This weighs like 1,000 pounds basically. Like
Yeah,
Only Arnold Schwarzenegger can carry it, I think.
yeah.
But it was great, and I got like a mic, and I got a capture card, which is right there to my I think it's to my left. I think somewhere in that bag. And I got a capture card. I got like the whole. I got the whole shebang, and like I can't tell you like going. Because I use Streamlabs and I still do. Just going through like all the Streamlabs for like what felt like 5 to 7 hours, just making like the simplest setup ever. I don't think I have. I think I actually deleted my old setup. Yeah, no, I did delete it. But it was like, yeah, if you watch my streams now, it's kind of more or less the same I'd say in terms of camera positioning and what I have on the screen. Just because I think it's my follower alert the same. I think my follower alert has actually never changed throughout my entire Twitch career. That this is where the fun begins. has been as is the same one. Just because I love the line. I love the meme. It's great.
Hey, baby.
Anakin, baby, let's get it. But yeah, I don't think I don't think I have, and I don't think I ever changed that. Um, and I had like like highest donor, highest bid, and all that crap. Even though I wasn't affiliate, I still had that there, but I like hit it. But that was a lot. I remember that was a lot of fun. I think Black Ops 4. Yeah, no, Black Ops 4 was out at the time, so I was streaming that, and literally like there was a 2 month stretch where I streamed almost, I think it was like 200 hours a month or something. Yeah, I know. Like I
Oh my
I know.
god.
Like there was one day like, so I've been looking. I always look periodically about this, but I was wanting to do some more research yesterday, and I one day I streamed 17 hours, and I'm like, what did I literally just wake up, start the
There's no
stream,
way.
play video games for like literally the entire day, and just like and then go to bed after. I'm like, because I remember those days because I'm actually that was a point where I knew how to actually turn off the stream and actually and not mess it up. So I know that I didn't like end the stream or forget to end the stream. So like I think I actually
Yeah.
played for like 17 hours, like legit 17 hours one day. In
17 hours, Ian.
17 freaking hours.
Oh my gosh. I couldn't even imagine that. You'd probably have to like take me like I would get stuck to the couch. You have to peel me off it.
Yeah,
Like it's just getting me off. Like, whoa.
yeah. I remember that. I think I remember the weekend because it was like it was 9 hours one day, 17 the next, and 12 the next day, or some shit like that. It was
So all I'm hearing, guys, is one Sunday Ian is just, or one Saturday Ian's gonna start at 8 p.m. and then he's not gonna stop till 8 p.m. on Sunday.
yeah, goddamn right. Like
Dude,
like
goddamn right.
I did basically like a almost a 24-hour stream without even being like, oh, we're having a 24-hour stream. I think it was because Black Ops 4 was having a double XP weekend, and I went, oh my, I went so hard in that game. I love that game so much, and so I would just play it for hours and just like not even think about the time. I'm like, I God, I don't know how I like. So I'm sure I had to have some food or something in the middle of matches because there's
Yeah,
just
I
no.
think he probably stopped, ate, and then just came back and just kept it running.
Yeah, that's probably what I did. And
What was the laptop?
the laptop, it was an Alienware.
Like, was it a good? Did you like
It was
gaming
pretty
on it?
good. No, it was pretty good. It was pretty good for. I will say though, I poorly managed it in terms of like, um, how it was being used because, um, it was a charger one. Like you had to charge it. So obviously when I streamed a lot, it would the power would dissipate. But what I did, which was a really bad idea, was I kept in the charger for basically ever, essentially. I made it like a regular PC like the one I have now, which of course is horrible for a portable battery.
Oh yeah.
Because like I mean they do that on the iPhones now where they'll make it like they'll stop the charge like 80% and make it like easier for it to like for battery life.
80% it'll just literally go back to the 5 watts and just charge it really slowly.
Right, but the Alienware didn't do that. It would just keep going. And I'm sure I could have, did some more research on settings and whatnot to make it, better and whatnot. But like I was gaming on the PS4 and only streaming through it, so there was really no issues when it came to, just making it stream because it was just doing one task and
Yeah.
that's all it really needed to do, and it was doing it perfectly. So I didn't even think there was a problem. But
You could maybe just change the battery if the battery's
I
down.
could. I don't really care enough to though because I have this.
Maybe change it and sell it.
That's not a bad idea. Maybe selling it.
Make some money off it.
I can't remember how much I bought it for. I think it was it? No, it wasn't $1,500. No way. It
Probably.
might have.
That laptop.
Actually, it might have been. What 4 years
Yeah.
ago? I can see now. It probably was around $1,500.
Like
Um,
$1,500. Like
yeah, I can see that now actually. But yeah, no, it was a really good computer. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I think I just played Black Ops 4 on it. Also, I also played. There was after Black Ops 4. So here's what happened. I remember 10 months into my streaming career, I had the laptop already. I was back here for summer, so I was in the same-ish setup right here. I think instead of this glass table that I had, a glass and wood, I had I think it was like one like stand right here and one right here. There's actually a clip of me getting to round 150 on classified where you can kind of see how my setup works. But you can actually see the computer screen in the camera a bit, and you can see me like literally doing like a full turn to look at chat instead of now where I just have to like kind of look to the side a bit. Um, and I remember that weekend was because I actually got affiliate that weekend. And it took me 10 months to get affiliate. Like it's like 10 months average, 3 viewers over a 30-day period. And that's like another thing that I think we talked about in the past, where it's just like you got to be patient, or
Yeah.
and like and also another thing, like I would have quit a long time ago if I was in it for just fame and money. But it took me 10 months to get affiliate, so you can probably guess as to why that's not me at all. Basically, I just did it because I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I remember getting affiliate, and I was really excited because I was like, oh, I can like it just felt like another step up basically.
Yeah.
And then I got affiliate, and then I think it was averaging like 4 viewers at the time or something. Because I actually know I was, because I looked back at this last night, and then went from 4, and then went back down to what it usually was, like 1 to 0 basically for essentially the next, oh man, about the next 10 months. It was the same, about one average viewer or so. And um, I stopped playing Black Ops 4 because I was just tired of the game and I didn't want to play it anymore. I played that game like a combined like 60 days over all the game modes, and I was like just done with it. And then I played Star Wars Battlefront 2, and
Hmm.
that game was, I mean, if you, I don't know if you remember that game, the whole loot box controversy. Oh, you remember it, yeah. But like when I played it back in 2019/2020, that was all gone. There's no loot boxes and everything. It was just the game itself. So I had a pretty fun time. There's some pretty legendary clips of me raging on
Oh, I
Star Wars.
saw
You've seen the rage Taj, right?
yeah, the
Yeah,
rage gosh.
yeah, we're like there's, I mean, that game was a lot of fun, but man, I took that game way too personally when it came to me dying and shit. I'm sure there's some super foul language I was saying on the stream whenever I die when I had a hero or something. But I think that was actually a bit of a breaking point for me. Was like I was having fun originally with it, and then I stopped having fun with it, and
Yeah.
I was at the same viewer count, and I was like, yeah, I'm streaming like, I think at this point I was streaming like 4 to 5 hours a day, which I usually am right now. But I was like, am I really enjoying this basically?
Yeah, of course.
And I was like, part of me was like, not really, like I'm not really enjoying it, and like a part of me was like, that's okay, like it's okay to like not have fun streaming anymore. I can just game whenever I want to, and it just is what it is, and like it's cool. So like that was May of 2020 during COVID, obviously. And then I was like, I want to switch games. I'm gonna switch games again. And so I went back to Black Ops 3 and played with one of my online buddies for a bit. And then I started having fun streaming again. And then, I got lucky and also starting to get a couple more views. So that we went from 1 average to about 4 average back. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I was like, I'll give it a month. And if I'm enjoying Black Ops 3, enjoying it again. I obviously played it when it launched, but I took a break from it. If I enjoy it again, then I'll keep streaming.
Yeah.
And then I obviously enjoyed the game a lot, and then I kept playing it, and then you know as that happened, I also started to gain more viewers as well. That was super coincidental, because like I just wanted to play the game really, and then it started
Yeah.
to give me more views. And so then I was like, oh, I'm getting views now while having fun with the game. Like it's a great harmony. And then that was, so we were playing just like some fun like high round or like some stupid challenges for a couple months or so. And then I started getting into the speedrunning scene about, I think it was, I want to say it was July-ish. I should have looked at my titles for the streams. I forgot to do that. I think it was like July-ish. I started going back and or doing speed runs on console, which people taught me I could not recommend less unless you're playing classics for BO3, or don't speedrun BO4 on console. That's a nightmare. But for BO3, no, the load times are like 2 minutes. It's like
What are you telling me?
you'll just die. So
Awful.
yeah, it's horrible. So I was speedrunning on console, and then the whole like the reaction started happening, and then the like. It's funny how it all happened. It happened just so like, it was also coincidental because I started speedrunning, and then like 2 weeks later, the speedrun community started to get really popular, and I'm like, oh shit, like okay, like that just kind of happened. and then I was like, you know what, instead of playing on console, because I liked speedrunning, but it was on console with the resets. I'm like, holy crap, like I don't know if I can do this. And then I was like, I have a computer here. Why don't I just use my computer to get all the fun gobble gums and to fast restart and whatnot. I was like, okay, this is a great idea. So then I stopped using the PS4 and I just did speedruns on the PC. But the problem was, if we go back to what I said with the computer was completely, pretty much gone at that point. It was dead in the water, so to say. So I was now streaming and playing a game on it. And my God, I can't tell you how horribly the game ran. It was, it was awful. Like I would drop like 8 to 10,000 frames a stream. Yeah, yeah, I know.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I know. Just because the CPU and GPU were just like, we cannot do this. Like we
Oh,
can't do
that's
this.
sad.
Yeah, it was awful. So I would be like, oh, the live stream's lagging. When I'm like, yeah, I'm so sorry. Like it's my computer's not very good. So I was like, okay, I have to like make a switch basically.
Yeah, you
So,
got to. You can't be
yeah,
dropping. I mean, it's relatively not like super high, but like if you lose 10,000 frames in a stream,
yeah,
you're pretty much losing like like 10 seconds flat.
yeah. Like I mean, you can do the math with 10,000 divided by 60, however many seconds that is in terms of frames.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's
but
crazy.
you can probably paint a picture in your head how much
Yeah,
like just time lost during the
how
stream.
bad the computer was. Yeah.
Yeah, so then at that point I was probably averaging like 20 to 25 viewers, and or I can't. Yeah, it was 20. Yeah, 20 to 25. It was 2025, and then Cold War came out, and then I actually bought that one on my PlayStation because I was like, I don't trust my computer with this new game. It's gonna blow it up basically. So I played Cold War on the console, and I actually stopped speedrunning for about 2 to 3 weeks, I'd say,
Yeah.
just because like I didn't want to speedrun on Cold War just because the resets are awful. And I was like, yeah, I'll just play around on the game basically and whatnot. And then I was like, you know what, I'm kind of done with this computer. I don't want to have it anymore. So I think it was December 2020. It was December 2020 where I got the computer I have now. And I can't tell you, when there's something called the cost benefit analysis. The benefit is like literally across the Milky Way right now to the cost of this
I'm
PC.
telling you, dude. I tell people like the PC is so elite.
Yeah,
It's like you get a PC, you can make that PC how you want it to be done.
yeah,
Like the gaming is more personalized.
mhm,
Like honestly, if you want to game, guys, if you're really into streaming and gaming, you really have to game on a PC.
yeah,
Like the best streamers game on PCs. Consoles are good, but like Ian is right. I mean, unless you have like the next gen consoles, they're always going to be a little bit slower than the PC. Because you could literally just go to the store, right? If let's put this in perspective, the parts that, for example, Ian, you have in your PC, it's like for the Xbox, it's like, hey, give me everything mediocre, essentially, or PS5 or whatever. Give me like all the average stuff on the market, we'll use it. And it's like still good, but it's like imagine if the freaking PS5 had like a 10 core anyways, like so you could go to the store and say, "Hey, I want that really powerful GPU. I want this super powerful CPU. Yeah, I can throw a fan on top of that. Let me get a this and that, and you just get like all this crazy shit. So then now, like, you could be streaming. You could essentially, if you really wanted to, go get a setup that you could stream 4K at like 120 frames per second. Do I recommend that? No.
no, no,
No. No. But because I don't even know like the whole resolution thing is so tricky because like
yeah,
you could get that high resolution but it could look like shit on your screen.
yeah, exactly.
You know? So yeah, I mean, like the PC, the cost benefit analysis of PC, like my PC, I got mine around the same time. I think it was like maybe May 2020.
Hmm.
It is the best investment I ever made. I love this thing. Like we're literally using our PCs right now to
Yeah,
literally talk to each other.
yeah,
Like it's great. It's great. So if anybody wants to go get a PC and follow the Ian McKillop method, then by all means, let us know. We'll help you get the parts.
yeah, yeah. I mean, because one of my friends, I was at the time I didn't really know much about computers.
Oh,
So like I had to like obviously learn it, but one of my friends was like, here's what I have, and I really like it, and it's really good and hasn't not let me down. Just I'm gonna copy, you're gonna copy what I have to a T basically. And so I did that, and yeah, I can't tell you, like I can play games, I can stream it laughably high quality. I can stream at 1080 60 frames, and I can also play on a 120 frame 2K monitor at the same time and like not miss a beat. So
mm,
it's pretty, yeah, the PC cost benefit is great. And then once I got the PC, then I started to speedrun a lot more. That was
yeah.
when in Cold War Mallard or Toad came out. God, I love that map so much. And so because I remember when before that game, I was like, okay, I need to buy Cold War on PC just so I can play it on PC and streaming and whatnot. Because I was still playing BO3 at the time because the Cold War was kind of boring, and so that was the first time where I really, but when I was getting good. I think it was like a 30ish at that point. And then like with Mauer just kind of took off just because it was such a popular map at the time, and I had a lot of fun speedrunning that. And then after Cold War, then I went back. And of course, I've been back on Black Ops 3 for, God, I think like just playing. I've played other games on stream, but like just playing BO3 like just a lot. It'd been like other than other games, speedrunning games, it's been about like a year straight or so of just BO3, and I really enjoyed it, and of course I was gaining really slowly gaining my followers, and now it's been kind of just a complete blow up in terms of that. Like, I got partner. I applied for partner, and usually don't get on the first time, but I was able to get the first time, and I was so happy to get that, and I think that I gotta give myself some credit. Obviously, there's some luck involved with that, but I gotta give myself some credit in terms of how I grew, but also how I got partner first try, just because I like to keep it light and non-controversial on the channel and have good gameplay. So I think I gave them all the reasons. I streamed a lot on Twitch in the past. I've been consistent on Twitch. I had a 1 month break back in October 2019, just because I just needed a break for a bit. But I haven't taken any major breaks since. And I think they're like, yeah, well, I can see you're committed to it. So here's partner, and I was really happy about it. Um,
Yeah.
and then since partner, man, it's been nothing but all going all the way up. As I said, like I'm averaging over 100 viewers now. I am having so much fun, and and like again, like we talked about earlier, this is definitely not the end. I intend to see this through for a very long time, and a year is a very long time, from 4 years to 5 years on Twitch. I can, unless if something happens to me, like in terms of my physical or mental ability to stream, then I will be still streaming within 1 year of today. 100, I can 100% confirm that. Unless
Yeah,
if
of course.
unless if I'm literally dead in the dirt, I will be streaming on Twitch. So I think like this year was more of just like I've streamed on 4 years on Twitch. But next year I plan to do something a lot more. I obviously haven't planned anything yet, but I think I was like, next year, half a decade is a pretty significant anniversary. Just like in a marriage, just as much as Twitch is. Um, so I'm gonna do something really big for that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm really excited. Now, the more I think about it, the more I'm excited for 5 years, just because I know what I want to do, have an idea of what I want to do in terms of doing something for myself and also for all my viewers as well. There, so that will be a lot of fun. But yeah, man, 4 years on Twitch, it's been a
Now you
pretty
got
big ride.
the people wondering what's gonna happen at 5 years.
Dude,
Now
I'm almost, yeah,
you get the
I have
people
some,
wondering.
yeah, I have some thoughts, but I don't want to say anything now and then like get held to it a year from now. So I'm
No,
not gonna.
no. What we're gonna do is we'll have it to where you say in the podcast, and we just like blank it out. So then it'd be open to interpretation from everybody.
Oh my, no, I hate when people do that when they're like, oh yeah, so we're gonna beep, and it's like, no, oh my god, don't tease me like that. So I hate that shit. Some people, some places do that in terms of marketing. I'm like, fuck you. Like I'd rather just you give me nothing. So
Here first, guys. Ian's gonna do it.
yeah, so I'll do something really fun for that. But yeah, uh, 4 years on Twitch, man. Super exciting. And here's to 4 to 5 more years on Twitch. I mean, I'll be fucking like almost 30 at the time, but screw it.
No,
Um,
let's not talk about that. James Cameron, if you're about to see Avatar
oh
30.
my
Woo.
god. Oh yeah. What like in 4 years we'll have Avatar like 20 come out. Or we'll have kidding, but obviously we'll have at least 4 avatars out. James Cameron, don't let me down. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. I'm really excited for the next year of Twitch, and I think it's only up from here on that. I'm at 9,000 followers now. Hopefully I can hit that 10K soon. That'd be a pretty awesome achievement if you ask me. There's not a lot of channels that can get to 10,000 people. Obviously, like there's always like some weird follows and multiple
Of
accounts, but
course,
like you know it's gonna be 10,000 people eventually, obviously.
of course.
But
And then
I mean it's been great, and just the fact that I've given about 9,000 people the confidence to hit the follow button means a lot to me. And everything else that comes with it, the chatting, the raids, the subs, the bits and whatnot. I really appreciate it, and it's been pretty awesome. I can't say it's like there's times I go on the stream now where it's just like things just happen and they happen. I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm averaging 100 viewers, but it's like you kind of like take it from just a base perspective. It's like, holy shit, you're averaging 100 viewers in a stream. That's pretty fucking like lit, dude.
that's lit, man.
Because
100 viewers is crazy.
yeah, like it's a lot of people like don't get that or don't understand how like amazing that is.
It's a lot of
And
people.
just to be able to get there is a complete blessing, and it's just been awesome. Like I don't know I don't know what to say. Like you kind of take it day by day now, and it's like holy shit, like this is happening. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that. And I can't. I want to talk about one other thing.
Yeah,
One other thing about sports betting, because I was thinking about topics for this weekend, because I'm trying to think more in advance about topics. And you've done sports betting before, right?
I have.
Yeah, you have. I think you did it in
Yeah,
the Bahamas.
I
You,
did.
you, you still you still do sports betting like on your phone and whatnot?
I'll do sports betting when I go to like Vegas, or I'll go to Bahamas, or places I can do sports betting.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, it is tricky. Sports betting is a lot of people do it, right?
Yeah.
But it is a tricky thing because it is what let me tell you, I think I've told you this story. But I mean, sometimes you get really lucky, but most of the time you're not going to win that much. But the one time that I struck, guys, it never happened again. I'm going to tell you that much. It's just one of those moments that is just like, so my friend, I was in the Bahamas, and he's like, "Hey dude, we need to put this bet together." And it's a parlay. So do you know what a parlay is?
I do know what a parlay is. Yeah,
Okay.
I know sports in myself, but I know how all the betting works and everything.
So for those of the viewers that don't know what a parlay is if I make a bet, I can tie my bets together. So if I choose four different sports and I choose the outcome for those four and I put them in a parlay, if they all hit, then they will have like an amplifier. You'll get a little bit of money. But if one of them misses, then like it's all no, like no
It's
go.
it's all go. It's all gone, baby.
So it was last September. It was the beginning of college football. I go there. I have people texting me, put this bet in, put this bet in. So I'm like, all right, I'm like going in, I'm doing my own research. So I do a 6-leg parlay. It was like a bunch of college teams.
Six?
OU
Jesus
first
Christ.
half. Like FSU, like all of these teams. So the other ones kind of hit, OU hit. These bets are hitting, and 5 of them hit. Okay. And the last one I have is Texas A&M. Okay, Texas A&M versus Kent State. I'll never forget these bastards. Literally, literally my parlay. Like, so for that game alone, it was like -30. Okay,
Okay.
meaning they have to win by over 30 for me to win. The
Yeah.
A&M has to, because they were favored minus freaking 30 against Kent State.
Good lord.
Good lord. So it's like I think it's like a 30-point game. Dead ass, like just flat a 30-point game. Or like a 31 or 32-point game. So I'm in the green right now. I'm like, okay, like there's some good cheddar on the line if this hits, right? Because it's like a 6 leg parlay. Like the probability is so low. So I'm watching this TV. It's like 11:30, and Arya's like standing right next to me, and I'm like standing in like the betting room, like, oh come on. So I kid you not, like it's a 30.2 point game. It's like 4 minutes left. Kent State is kicking a field goal. It's like 25 yards, and I'm like, oh fuck, oh shit. He's like, and he goes for the kick. He shanks it. He misses. I'm like, oh my god, like, okay, okay. Like, we're okay. We're okay. Because A&M got the ball with like 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. I'm like, it's over. Just kill the clock. Run it. You know what he does, Ian? So you can't make this shit up. He's literally like, it's like, A&M spikes the ball and interception at the 30-yard line. And I'm like, no way. I was like, no way. He threw an interception with 2 minutes left. Okay. So Kent State can't do shit. It is 10 seconds lleft.
Oh no.
Coach freaking knew what was on the line because he was like, all right, send the kicker out there. So you see that guy. You see him like you see him jogging on the field. And I'm just like, I'm about to be in shambles, bro. I'm like, oh, I'm essentially about to lose a 6 leg parlay off of literally like a game winning, like not even a game winning. It was like they were
Game winning.
They were down 32. Like it was just like this guy just didn't want people to hit their bets. So he's like, all right, get out there. So it's like 24-yarder for Kent State, and the clock is running out. So like 2 seconds, and I'm like this. I'm like pulling my hair out, and Ari's like, I bet he misses. 24 yards, and it goes left. He shanks it, and I'm like, oh. I was like, oh my god, he missed it, dude. So I hit this 6 leg parlay because of Kent State's. The guy missed two 24-yarders, bro.
Oh no.
He missed a 24-yarder and 25-yarder, and I walked with the cheddar, bro. I won.
How much you
like,
win?
I put in like I literally put in like 50 to 100. I won like 1,000, man. Like, no, it's a parlay. Like, literally, I just love to do it. Like, the sports betting is fun because like you just like when you're in a room with a bunch of people, bro, you start talking shit. Like when James Harden recently like had that the one game out of like every game that he's played like shit, he played really well, and I bet on the Sixers that game.
Mm-hmm.
So every time James was like, step back, James for three, and I was just like, James, baby, way to bring it back.
Yeah,
but
that's funny.
The sports betting life, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's funny because you say that. I guarantee that coach is like, "Fuck these bastards. Let's get the
like
under." There's that because usually you'd go for like a touchdown right there, right?
Yes.
Like why else would you kick a field goal? I'm sorry. That guy 100% had money on the game.
He said, "Timeout. 2 seconds left. Timeout." I was like, "No way, no way."
Yeah.
Sure enough.
Yeah.
He was trying to get confidence for the kicker. It did not happen.
Yeah. I mean, and another reason I wanted to bring this up was because I don't sports bet at all, but like I follow it and like I know how everything works and whatnot. And my sister's boyfriend has what is now a booming side business of he has his own model on sports betting basically. And yeah, no, it's insane. Like because he and I were talking this weekend about it, and we've talked about it in the past, but like he started doing baseball. And like when it comes to, I'm assuming you've never been on baseball, right?
I've only bet a few games, but I don't like betting on baseball that much.
Yeah, that's fair because baseball is one of the hardest to me, one of the most difficult sports to bet on because it's the least predictable out of every sport. Because when you think about it, in a 162 game year, a great team wins 100 games and loses 60 games. Like that's a lot of losses right there. Like you think about it, it's a huge amount of losses.
That's literally the exact reason why I don't bet. Like regular season MLB, I don't bet because it's like like you said, the odds of me winning those bets is not high. It's very low.
But so like for the start from the start of the year till the like kind of the All-Star break, he was hitting. Like hitting, his model was just like, doing one word that I'm not going to say. He was fucking shit up though, basically.
Yeah.
And like his free plays were 38-6 at that point. He just like one free play. It was 38-6.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. He was killing it. And then of course during the All-Star break, he was getting pummeled basically. Like for about 2 weeks, he was getting destroyed in terms of like his model was was way off in terms of things that are happening, and it was because of the trade deadline. And it was funny because I was talking about it because like my sister was something like, oh, like he's been kind of down about it, and I'm like, hey, what happens and whatnot. So I was like, if there's anyone to talk to betting about it, it will be me. I wanted to talk to him about it because we kind of bond over sports a bit. And I was like, I kind of wish I told you, but baseball is the most random sport in the freaking world. Like you've been doing amazing, but it's still the most random sport because you're not playing a team, you're playing a pitcher. Like think about
Yeah.
this: when the Astros are pitching Justin Verlander for a game, you might as well just cancel the game and go on the next one because you're not going to win the game. The other team's not winning. But if we put out like
Verlander's pitching, no way.
yeah, but if we put out like was Jake Odorizzi before we traded him, chances are we're probably not going to win that game. So like it's a pitcher versus pitcher game, and your best players can only take 11% of the team's at bats in terms of hitters. So like, I was like, hey, and especially in a long 162 games, shit's gonna happen. Every team that wins 100 games is still gonna have a shit stretch for 2 weeks, just because there's so many games. Like there's Astros are in one right now. The Yankees aren't playing well. Like, but they're all both gonna win 100 games. But every team's gonna play like shit at some point of the year. It can be at the start, or it can be at the end, or it can be in the middle. So
yeah, I don't like betting on baseball. I think baseball is just a really hard game to bet on.
Yeah, so I was just telling him, like, hey man, like shit's gonna happen. You might have to redo your model bit because of the trade deadline, especially with Juan Soto moving and a lot of other crazy shit happening. But like, I just had to like keep his confidence up because I'm like, dude, you got this. You've been killing it all year. His WNBA's been doing great. His NBA and football were incredible last year. They were like, it was like, holy shit, you're winning like 85, 90% of your games basically.
If you want to win NBA, just know what Adam Silver's thinking. You're gonna win.
Yeah, but but those sports are of course very predictable, obviously because of the outcomes. But like
playoffs, if you go playoffs or NBA, oh my god, it's very predictable.
Yeah, very predictable. But baseball is very unpredictable. So like it's stuff like that. I mean, like especially if you bet a lot, there's gonna be ebbs and flows a lot. But if you have good information like he does, I think he has right now to be the best information in terms of how to bet.
Well, think about like this. Like sports betting, like the average percent of success, if you're a really good bettor, you're hitting 30 to 50% of bets.
Yeah.
That's low.
And this dude's he's hitting like over 3/4.
That's what I'm saying.
So like he's insane basically. Like I don't know, like I'm like, bro, that's a trade secret and a half right there. Like don't give that away. But like
charge people to use it.
Yeah, so he does do that. He has one free play and he has his subscriber count as well. If you guys want to look him up, his name's the First Half Guru on Twitter. He's amazing.
Professional sports bettors rarely sustain a long-term winning percentage higher than 55% and is often as low as 53 or 54%.
Yeah.
That's professionals.
Yeah.
That's literally professional sports bettors.
He's doing basically more than that. So if you guys
like 20 to 30% for amateurs, so give it like 20 to 30% for amateurs, 50% for pros, and he's doing better.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I mean, if he does, I think it's like $20 a month. But I mean, the again, cost benefit analysis, the benefit way outweighs the cost. Because he's told me a lot of stuff where like people are able to pay their bills because of his model basically, and them subscribing to them. So if you guys want to go sub to him, you definitely should. Again, the First Half Guru on Twitter. I don't really know how. Like I'm sure there's a link on his Twitter where you can go to subscribe to him. But yeah, like I mean, I've never sports betted myself. And I'm not really a betting person, so I probably will never do it. But like, I always like to, when you're doing, like, oh, what are you betting on and whatnot, and then I like kind of like rooting with you, just because it's kind of fun, And
I like to bet in moderation, right? I don't like to be like, all right, put $2 million on the house.
Right, exactly. Like, if you put your entire life savings on something you don't hit, don't blame him. The First actor or Avery is his name, and you should blame yourself for putting your entire money on it.
Literally, and let me preface it like this: those that go into sports betting, it is a tough game. Like, even if you just sports bet for fun, if you think you'll walk in there and you'll make $10,000, no way. Like, it is such a tough game because there's so many variables involved in each game.
Yeah.
That like you have to have skin of steel to bet because you lose. I've been on streaks where I didn't hit I literally was in the Bahamas the last time. So the one before, I was cash, cash, cash. I was hitting bets.
Mm-hmm.
In September, in this last trip I went on, not last September, but in May. Oh my God, I think I hit like 10% of my bets. Like I didn't hit it. Like, dude, it was bad because literally the Bucks Celtics, I almost hit it, and they scored 40 points in like the fourth quarter. I'm like, how is that possible,
Well, you
dude?
know what's funny is that you're talking about the Bucks Celtics series. I was tying with Avery the entire time, and I'm like, who's gonna win this game? He's like, the models is X. I'm like, the models the Celtics. I'm like, okay, so they're gonna win Game 6, and like they won Game 6, and then there was Game 7 of the Suns Mavericks. I didn't text him, but I saw he's like, oh, I have the Mavericks, and I'm like, shit. And I was like, I want the Suns to win, and of course the Mavericks won by 10 trillion points. So it was just like, I like, damn, the model's really good, but also it's like almost a spoiler for me at this point because he's always right so much, like so many times. It's just like I can't look at it when it comes to victory mix.
No, God, yeah, you're like,
I don't want to
good.
have the outcome already determined for me before it's
Yeah,
like a
literally.
spoiler for a TV show. But
Yeah,
yeah,
guys, give him a subscribe, see what he's going
yeah,
on. If you
dude.
guys like the sports bet, not
He's
like
got
him,
he's from what I last heard, he's got over 1,000. So
nice.
you know, 1,000 people are willing to pay him $20 a month. That says a lot. So I think you guys should definitely go check him out. Again, First Half Guru on Twitter. Definitely go check him out. I think he has like about 2,000 followers. Oh, actually, he probably has more now. I can't remember what his follower count is, but it's 1,000 something, thousands of followers. But yeah, that's all I have for today, guys. Thank you so much for coming out. Neima's gonna go pump some iron right now. It's morning. Yeah, what are you gonna do today? Are you gonna do what are you gonna do today for your
Oh,
workout?
cardio. I'm gonna maybe go play a little bit of tennis or something. Let me
Um,
get after it today. Get
okay.
a little sweat
Are
in.
you gonna do singles or doubles for tennis?
Singles.
Okay. All right. Federer. Yeah. Yeah, we got Federer over here. Okay. So,
Observe.
but yeah, guys, thanks for coming out. We'll see you guys for episode 15 next week. We'll see you all then next week. Peace out,
See you
guys.
guys.
Bye bye.